pumping them now.
All right, welcome to the second episode of the 4SS Victoria podcast. Here I am with Andrew Hall, aka Big Dog. Welcome.
Yeah, thanks for having me on tonight, Johnny.
That's all right. What's more nerve-wracking, being on the grid ready for the final of Ultimate Club Racer or this podcast?
Yeah, it'd have to be this podcast, I reckon.
Yeah, it's a bit nerve-wracking, isn't it?
Yeah.
Luckily we've got a few beers in front of us. Just looking around the shed, couple of go-karts, 2-stroke, 4-stroke, dirt bikes, and 1,000 trophies. Seriously, plenty of trophies. What's that? 3 Ultimate Club races, first, second, third. Orange State Plate, second place. What else you got there? 2-hour enduro champion from last year in the weather.
Got a win at the Barossa. That was a good one.
Yep. Where'd you come in the other state championships?
I got third last year in the trail.
Oh, yeah, third in the trail. Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Plenty. Yeah. Anyway, so basically we're going to review round 3 of the Gippsland / Morwell trail round. Shane Wheat definitely took it to the light guys first time out. Will Burford finally got his head around the white tyres, I reckon, in 2, 3 and 4 and won the final. And Shane wasn't too far off, which was pretty good watching. Couple of young fellas in there doing really well. Cade Whittam racing really well. He finished on the podium. And in mediums, Braden Slummer finally, got back on the podium's top step after some really good battles with Jackson Lee and Cooper Johnston over the last 2 rounds prior. Probably Braden got a bit bored. So he's had some exciting rounds in the trail, I reckon.
Yep. I think the mixed grid even gave him a little bit of excitement this round going. So.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, there's definitely a lot of action in mediums with lots of crashes and so on. And in the heavies, well, it was a Bill train.
Yeah, the Bill train.
Shame you were the carriage, weren't you? This
I'm
time?
always the second passenger, aren't I?
Yeah. I was just saying that trying to find some photos of you, and basically it was just Jake's in the front of you. I couldn't even get a clear shot of you.
Yeah,
you were that close to him.
Always getting in the way.
I know, bloody Hollywood. So how was your round at the trail?
Yeah, I enjoyed it. Pretty fun little track, really. I think didn't qualify, but just ran up the front sort of all day, which I'm happy with, and just couldn't quite get there with Jake.
He's just too clean, too smooth.
Yeah, no mistakes.
Yeah, this is pretty much what I observed from the grandstand. He just hits the same spot every time, consistent. I think he only just got there in the afternoon on Saturday and put one practice heat in.
Yeah, always. 3 laps only takes him.
Yep. That's probably why he is what he is,
Yeah.
I was saying to Nathan on the phone that, Jake's just unbelievable in his consistency and his quickness. Doesn't put a foot wrong.
Yeah.
And for you, did you see any opportunities to make a move or anything like that?
No, just knew straight away I had to get it done in the first 2 laps or it probably wasn't going to happen. And after the second lap, I went, time to just tuck in and go with him.
Did you have any issues with any like Nathan Daly or Andy Plowey?
No, I did tangle with Nathan actually in turn 1.
Yep.
I think after watching the video, it looked like I clipped the inside curb.
Yep.
Into turn 1, and then we sort of locked rear wheels, which turned me into him to the outside. And he come out second best on that one.
Yeah, definitely.
I apologised after it.
Didn't ruin his race though, did you? Too much?
I think it still did, because you pretty much go off at turn 1 and you're back to last, and then you got to try and come back through, which you're never going to catch the top 2 or 3 when that happens.
No, well, that's all. But you race Andy Bowie a little bit there in Heat 3, I think.
Had a couple of battles with Andy. Very hard man to
pass. The Heat 1.
Yeah.
That was race of the day, that Heat 1. I think Andy was lead. Nathan was out.
Yeah, Nathan was out in the lead.
Got past Andy.
Second.
Yep.
I just could not find a way past Andy. Thought I had a move done a couple of times, and he closed the door. And in the end, I think Jake tapped me on the shoulder, went past, and said, "Let me have a shot at him."
Yep.
And he managed to find a way, and I just followed him through.
Yeah, that was
right on the last
unbelievable.
lap.
Yeah, that was crazy. It's sort of, I suppose the bully got bullied in that sense because he was definitely blocking,
Oh yeah,
moving to the inside. No, that's racing. Rubber's racing, isn't it? So
yeah. Couldn't find a way past, and
nah, that's and Andy's really stepped up this year. We've probably spoken about the previous podcast, but yeah, he's definitely taken that to you guys.
he's probably gonna get a win, I reckon, with the way his pace has picked up, and
Yeah,
seems
definitely.
pretty quick. So.
Yep. Nah, definitely. So everyone was running the new white tyres this round. What's your thoughts on the white tyre and how it was for racing?
Oh. I actually did 2 practice runs still on my blues when I got there, just so I had it in my head when I changed what they did and how they felt. I think I lost 2.5 tenths when I changed to the white. Put the pressures up, put the pressures down. I did the same lap time every time, so I couldn't find the right pressure.
Yeah, right. And obviously through the heats, did you find a pressure that sort of worked throughout the laps? And didn't drop off so much?
I
Don't give
know,
your secrets away, of course, but
not sure whether it was just the track, but I think you do the normal. Maybe towards the end of the day, you go a bit lower, and by the final, it was pretty comfortable where I didn't have that mid corner slip or anything anymore, and I could sort of attack it a bit harder. And
Yeah, well, for myself with the white tyre, besides having a new go-kart, different setup that was already installed in the kart, so a bit of an Ackerman issue there. So, but yeah, I found the white tyre, it wasn't too bad.
Yeah.
Just had to drive it a bit different. I think you had to slow down, use your brake a little bit more, and sort of be smoother. I stayed on 18 psi for the whole day. I just wanted to sit on a psi and get a feel for it. Maybe it was right one. From what I was hearing, people going up, people going down. I don't know which way to go, to be honest. So I just sat on one and thought, get used to this and see how it goes. But maybe at a different track that has more grip and stuff, I might lower them. But for my trail round, well, it was a bit of a disaster. New go-kart, just wanted to really test it out. And I had my X5 there that I was going to run in mediums. Then I sold it on the Saturday to a guy from Gippsland. So I thought, I better not race it, know what mediums is like. If you want to know what mediums are like, just go watch Harrison Hibbs' YouTube channel and you'll see how rough and ready she is. And being mixed grid as well. So I jumped in the new girl and, it was just real loose. It was just driving luck with no assist. I'd get plenty of snap, mid-corner, exit. Tried to drive brake a bit earlier. But overall, wasn't too bad. On the wrong sprocket, of course. Didn't have a higher sprocket, so I just sat on a 72. Most of the others were on 73. Yeah, I know. But hey, I thought on that sprocket, new kart, it was not a bad result. I was getting quicker over the day, getting used to it. But I'll do some changes before the next round at Albury and go from there. But it's good. I was happy with the round. Hey, it was a beautiful day in Gippsland. Can't ask for much more than that, especially when the bottle shop's next door too. That's pretty good. KFC's down the road, good venue. So few of our 4SS guys have moved to Gippsland. Some living a bit more locally to Gippsland and changed their memberships over, and going to spend more time down there doing all their club days and stuff. So. But so in some of the other classes, like in mediums, a couple of South Australians, who was it? Sam Stevens and Chris Skinner, definitely brought a different approach to racing. I think Chris Skinner really gets his elbows out, gets in there, puts that pressure on in the corner to make the move. We probably don't drive like that, but overall I thought it was fair's fair, rubbing and racing, getting to the apex, gets his elbows out, and I think some of the boys probably have to get ready for that if they're going to race in some other states rounds over
definitely.
interstate, or especially Ultimate Club Racer coming up at Griffiths in New South Wales. So you guys went to Griffiths this year.
Yeah.
How's the track? What did you think?
I thought the track was pretty racy, really. Looked at it on the map. Thought, there's a lot of turns there, and it does. It sort of weaves down the back a bit. But there's definitely opportunities to pass.
What type of track? What's
which
it
is
similar
great.
to in Victoria?
It's got a bit of everything about it. So turn one's a bit like a Portland.
Mm-hmm.
Fast flowing.
Yep.
Pretty much flat. The S is down the back. Yeah, you can go flat, but probably better off with a little lift and just get it through there a bit nicer. It's pretty nice at night time. There's big sort of palm tree at the back straight as you turn
beautiful.
on there in the under lights, and
Yep.
that's pretty cool.
So it was under lights, was it?
Under lights,
Yep.
we did some racing. So
Underwater as well?
Oh, there was water. Yeah, don't even talk about the water.
So I call you pound for pound the best driver in 4SS going, right? Now, Braden thinks otherwise. He weighed up to your weight, is that right?
Not quite.
Not quite.
You never will.
But he weighed up to heavies, yeah?
Yeah, he weighed up the heavies.
So, and he put it on, didn't he?
He put on a show. Yeah.
Yeah.
I managed to pinch one off him, which was great. I'll keep that one.
Yeah,
So,
definitely.
Even there was one where I could keep up with him, but as soon as I lost his slipstream, he was
Gone.
He was gone.
Mr. Smooth out of there.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice. This year's Ultimate Club Race is going to Griffiths in New South Wales. So stay tuned. I think it's early November for that round. Just a couple of news that I've got come past my desk is that Ballarat's put their hand up for the Orange Plate this year. From the calendar, it looks like they'll be running that at November 22nd, 23rd, around that time, a week before the Enduro. Nothing's been announced. Nothing's official. They've put it to KV. Waiting on a response. Probably should be getting that out right now. Would be pretty helpful to get it all locked in for people to be able to start putting it in their calendars, I guess.
Would be nice because it's a busy time of year when the sort of said they're going to do it. So there's a lot going on around that time of year.
Yeah, and this is why things fail.
Yeah.
Poor planning, lack of communication. There's no reason why they can't just tick the box and green light it. Ballarat's put their hand up. They want to have us there for their open round. Look, we can get the numbers there, but people need to know. Otherwise,
I think it's a good spot.
Yeah, it's 2 hours out of Melbourne,
It's
or
not far. Good track.
Yep, you can get them all from the countryside coming down. Mildura boys can make the trek. Maybe some Portland guys, Cobden and all that. So,
Yep.
but please, KV, come on, pull your finger out to sign off on it. It's what we want to have. We'll support it, but we need to know about it. So, also the Enduros in November, end of November. It's definitely stepped up another notch from what we did last year. We're going reverse track. $2,000 for the winner of Club Max, straight up. We're going to have some more prize money for second and third. We've got a raffle to do this year. We're going to start raffle tickets soon. Can buy them live, so you'll have to come up to either myself or Andy Bowie at any round that we're at. So any round the trail or Geelong Club Days, Oakley Club Days, or Golden Power Series where Andy races in tag restricted medium. They're $20 each, $25 each, or $5 for $100.
Okay.
In person, so there's not going to be Joe Blow from Darwin buying them. It'll be just people we know in the sanctum. You don't have to be there to win it, but preferably. But hey, low entries. You can win a 4SS brand new Arrow X7, ready to go. Well, chassis wise.
Oh, that might sit all right in this garage.
Yeah. Would you switch if you won one?
Depends if my Birrell brother will.
Oh, I don't know about him. He's a Ringwood Kart Centre boy anyway. So we've got the raffle, so that's pretty good to have. 23 entrants so far entered. Some reshuffling the teams. You're no longer with your son Angus Hall.
No.
You've teamed up with a strong contender in Marcellus Strangers. Bit of a weight issue there, a bit heavier.
Oh, I'm a bit heavy at the moment. I won't even go into that.
Plus a medium.
Yeah. Hopefully I can
It's irrelevant.
pull my finger
It's
out
how quick you
towards
are
the
on
end
the
of
track, I
year
guess.
again, and
Yeah. No, I think
Yeah.
both of you are good drivers in your own right, so therefore shouldn't make too much of a
that's it.
difference. Myself and Hayden Roper are teaming up, retired Hayden. Braden Slummer can't do it this year, so Hayden's became available, so I snapped him up. Think that's a good team.
I reckon
Sort
it should
this
be
card
pretty
out.
strong,
Yeah. Nathan's back with Cooper, third place last year.
Oh,
I think
spicy.
that's a pretty tough combination. What other ones in the
Be
in the
interesting to
engine?
see, like Andy's got again this year.
Yeah, he's got
'cause,
his same teammate as last year, the
Okay.
guy from KZ.
Yep.
He's pretty quick,
Pretty
knows
strong.
Geelong quite well. Light guy. That'll be another strong contender. Who else? What other teams do you think out there? Shane Wheaton, Justin Ewan, they were a bit of a surprise packet in the weather.
Yeah.
Took a few gambles and it paid off, but in the race, not so much. But hopefully it doesn't rain again. We don't need that.
Nah, we do.
No.
Rain with slicks.
Rain with slicks, you reckon?
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Yeah, all right. Definitely last year with the rain and stuff, it was just next level. It was like torrential dry. The pit window issue was an issue with not being able to pit to get a snorkel on and sort that out. That caused a lot of carts stopping on track.
Yep.
So this year that's been revised. Pit anytime, just got to pit for a driver swap in the window. So if you want to stop for tyres and a snorkel and stuff, you can do that anytime, as many times as you want. But that pit window for driver changes needs to be between that pit window, 5-lap pit window. So it just gives you the flexibility. With a 4-stroke, you can't run them in the rain. It's just that's the bottom line. So
Yep.
now it gives you that opportunity. We'll just be better at making sure things are done cleanly, driver changes done properly and recorded, and go from there. So I'm looking forward to it.
It's a good fun day.
Yeah, I think we're trying to make it
Right.
one of the premium endurance classes or events in KV's calendar. I know Todd Road do a really good one with
Yep.
Dave Serra looking after that, but for a 4-stroke, that's what it's designed to do.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go all day. And at Geelong, which is one of the top 5 tracks in Australia, I reckon. Facilities, they've put new sheds in, new grandstands with roofs, and it's a metropolitan track. You can't ask for much more. But get your entries in. 220 now, and then after October 1, it will go to 250 per team. So, but lock your team in. We've got rental engines as well. So full rental outfits, snorkel and all, $500 pop for the weekend. That's another option there too. So, so looking forward to it. One thing I want to touch on, Harrison Hibbs's videos. I can't wait for the next one.
Yeah.
I'm waiting to see what happens. Obviously, we haven't got no rounds of trail, but he's going to bring out a video about the costings of 4SS. But the previous 3 episodes been really good watching, hasn't it?
Yeah. My daughter actually gets me to watch it all the time when I click on YouTube, and she's only 2 years old and wants to watch it. And I'm like, all right, I'll watch it again. Like,
It's really good production. He definitely puts a lot of effort into the quality of the video, and he definitely gives us plenty of content from the track. Been in a few incidents,
Yeah.
accidents, mechanical failures, good battles.
just shows what your day's all about when you're racing, really, doesn't it?
And to
Like,
think that's only one person's perspective.
Yeah.
Imagine if that was across
yeah.
most people. There's you guys that run up the front, a bit boring, but for most of us guys that are in the mid pack and backwards, there's plenty of action on track, off track. But Harrison does a great video. So just can't wait to see some more. It's sort of like Drive to Survive, I guess.
Yeah.
For 4SS.
You all missed out on one of them was at Oakley, but
Yeah, that would have been a good one too. He had a bit of a rough Oakley, so that would have been good to see.
yeah,
Yeah, plenty of views. I think the first episode got like 47,000 views or something.
yeah,
So I don't know if it was a loophole in YouTube or something, but yeah, pumped it out. So
yeah.
no, he's doing good things, and it's definitely what sport needs is some, content creating people to put a spotlight on 4SS racing and karting itself. I think it's just the new wave of things these days, and that's the way it should be heading.
Yep.
So yeah, can't wait to see that. We're back for second half of this podcast. What we're going to do is a bit of a preview to the next round at Albury Wodonga, round 4 of the trail. So in light, we'll start with lights.
Yep.
What's your predictions? We haven't seen it. Entries are just open today, so get your entries in. But look, it's hard to go past Will Burford in lights. Who's coming second?
Yeah, it's probably going to be a tight one. We'll go for Cade this time. I think
Cade.
he might be able to pick off second.
Yep.
Over Shane.
Look, Shane had really good form at Oakley at the last club day. He pretty much led all day. The twins came at him late. He had a bit of a tangle with them. But then eventually they got quicker than him over the day. So he was quick early on. They'd come in the heats and come around him. But he did have a broken seat stay that day. So he did mention about coming back to mediums. But look, I'd advise maybe sticking lights. You're going to get more glory there.
Yeah.
But it's his choice, obviously. Cade's coming along. He's getting quicker and quicker. Is Jake helping him?
I'm not sure if he's helping him much. He's probably not helping him, if anything.
Well, I don't know. I thought Jake was supposed to take him under his wing. I don't see much tutoring going on there. I suppose, Jake sort of just... He's Jake, isn't he?
Yeah.
What do you want to know? He'll tell you. Mediums. I think there's a guy from New South Wales coming.
Yeah,
Tillotson guy.
I've heard this too.
Yeah, I don't know who he is or what he's about, but he ran over in Spain with the boys when they went over last year.
Sounds spicy.
Yeah, hopefully he brings a good package with him. And so look, Braden's always going to be the odds-on favourite, but I honestly think that Will Wade's definitely stepping up.
Yep.
He had a good battle at Oakley with the boys. I went down and watched. It was Marcellus, Will, and Tom Annesley battling hard. In the final, it was just lap for lap, swapping, exchanging positions. Really clean racing, which was really good to see. Any one of them could have won at any stage if the laps had finished. But, yeah, Will took honours. So I'm going to put some money on Will for this round.
Will.
Yeah. If he can get his sprocket right, tyre temp, tyre pressures, and outsmart the goat, he's in for a chance.
Yeah.
But he's got to get lucky.
Yeah.
Who you putting money on besides the goat?
Look, I'm going to go with Simon.
Big Simon.
I reckon Simon's going to do something this round.
Yeah.
Yeah. Something
Yeah, he's
special.
been in and about there, hasn't he?
He's there. He's
I think
right
with some
there.
qualifying, we'll see after qualifying.
Yeah.
Yeah, Simon's
Keep
definitely.
it clean and stay in it. I reckon. Yeah.
No, Simon's definitely got it in him to really take it up to Braden. But yeah, I think Simon's just got to get lucky on the day and just qualify well and be consistent and sort of hold on. Maybe be a bit more aggressive.
He could be.
Yeah, maybe.
He could be.
Yeah, well, he went to Geelong last weekend, so.
Yep. More seat time than all of us then.
Yeah, he's been definitely getting seat time. But yeah, Geelong probably maybe is a similar track to Albury, so it might help him.
Yep.
But yeah, definitely. Any outsiders in mediums?
Oh,
Look, Jay Anderson's definitely found some pace.
My I think he was
Marcellus.
doing pretty well.
Yeah, Marcellus is definitely top 3.
He's got to do something good this time. I reckon he was up there with the final, the last round, and I think he spun.
Yeah, I think he got a bit of a tap from
It was a tap, was
from
it?
the Chris
Yeah.
Skinner, I think. But yeah,
And,
Marcellus is definitely
yeah.
quick. But yeah, so it'd be interesting to see if the New South Wales guys come down and make the trek. Maybe some Queenslanders, hopefully.
Yeah.
Have
Have you been out in your card again to
Nah,
play?
mate.
Not
Nah.
yet.
This year's a write-off, mate.
Nah, just
Newborn,
practice?
newborn, no time.
yeah.
I'm not too phased. Just next year,
Next year.
new assault. Heavies.
Heavies.
So, who else besides yourself? Who do you think? Do you think Nathan Daly?
I think
He's
Nathan is due for a win.
He's got to do something different, right?
Not just a heat win, but yeah, probably to win a final. I think he's there. He's got it all. So it might be his turn.
Remember when he was the Prince of Pucker?
I do remember when he was the Prince of Pucker.
How many? What did he win? 7 in a row?
Yeah.
7 club days in a row at Pucker.
The scissors across the line, just me and Jake were filthy.
Wasn't it double scissors?
Oh, it was once, and he got in trouble for that. No more double scissors.
Yeah, no more double scissors. Yeah, hopefully he hasn't sort of put it all away just because he won the Orange Plate last year.
Yeah, it could be the Birrells versus the Arrows again, but
Yeah.
it would be good to see if Oliver or Dan can.
Yeah, I think Dan Fisher's sort of getting there slowly,
Yeah,
less mucking around, but now he's run 2-stroke again. He's stepped up to
Yeah.
tag restricted.
hopefully it doesn't confuse him too much.
Yeah, Dan Fisher's definitely. When he first come on the scene, he's shown glimpses of speed and
Yeah,
he was quick. I think this tyre really suits his driving. He loves to throw it in there, real aggressive on
Yeah.
the tyre. He's just got to be a bit more smoother, keep it on the track. But yeah, I definitely think that Dan Fisher's a contender. Yeah, it'd be interesting to see how many you think's going to enter. I'm hoping 30,
Yeah, like
but I don't
for,
think
for
so.
me, I've been looking forward to driving this track for a long time, so I'd like to think it's getting towards the 40, but
Yeah, I don't.
it might be unlikely. But
Nah.
this track I reckon looks really good. So
Yeah.
if you're going to miss out on this round,
Yeah, hopefully we get some. Oh, look,
Yeah,
I'm
an
hoping
idiot.
for 30. Yeah, hopefully we get some interstaters, some New South Wales guys. I'll
Yeah.
start messaging them and seeing what's up and seeing if they're interested
see
in
if you can
coming
get a
down,
couple down,
especially
yeah.
from Wagga and so on. So they're KA track now, so it'd be good to have them come down if it doesn't clash. But yeah, the track's, I believe, is one of the better ones in Australia, at Albury-Wodonga. Yeah. Who have you found this year on the trail, like a newcomer that's surprise packet?
Surprise packet. Oh, got a couple of minutes. No.
No. Who do you reckon? My honest opinion is definitely Jay Anderson. Although he's had some bit of biffo in some club days, he's definitely found some pace and getting quicker with more time he sits in the seat in mediums.
Yep.
Cade's a new
Yeah.
guy.
Cade from Lights.
Yeah.
he's pretty quick, like for his first year. sort of
Yeah,
thing,
definitely.
so,
Yeah. Obviously, Will Burford's just head and shoulders above.
Yeah.
He's definitely he's a 2-time state champion.
Yeah. Knows the cart.
Yeah, he
Mate.
knows his cart.
Yeah.
He's been battling Will Wade, especially in lights, over the last few years prior. And then Marcellus, Justin Ewan. You'd have Braden stepping back down to lights, Hayden. So he's definitely had some competition and definitely stepped up when having to race those guys, especially at Swan Hill for the state titles last year.
Yeah,
Took out
yep.
the orange plate over Braden and stuff, and that was it was good. Will Burford's not getting any heavier anytime soon. So
No, it doesn't look like.
we'll hopefully get some more lights coming on board and to battle him.
Oops, sound check.
I can't do that. I've already opened mine. Concludes the episode 2 of the 4SS Victoria podcast. We will hit episode 3 up soon. New guest. Any suggestions?
Oh.
Jake seems pretty keen.
He seems really keen.
I know, he's messaging while we're on live. What about Braden? No, Braden loves to chat.
Got
Nah?
to get a few more likes, I reckon, to get him on.
You reckon?
Yeah,
He'll probably have his own podcast, the Slammer Motorsport podcast.
probably.
He might get the same idea and start running his own after a retrace. Nah, we'll figure it out as we go. But yeah, hopefully we have a good round at Albury Wodonga. The weather's good to us.